Well, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's a Saturday afternoon, about 1:45. I've been sitting here since, I don't know, 6:15. I had a doe and two fawns early this morning come out by that pond. A stupid reflection out the window, heading up the hill that way. Couldn't really see them very well. But now all of a sudden Mother Nature has decided to take a turn for the worst, and it's kind of a rain, snow pellet mix on and off here. And really gotten windy. But I'm here. I'm not leaving. I'm just gonna suck it up until dark. Another roughly 4 hours. See if I see anything. I didn't hunt yesterday afternoon. I'd look out the back window of the house about 4:15, and there's 3 doe going across the top of the hill with a buck following them. A buddy of mine was driving around, and he went by and down the road here a 1/4 mile where they took that corn off, I don't know, a week ago or whatever it was. Sent me a really blurry picture, but you could tell it was a decent buck back in the corner of that, which I'm like straight across from, probably a 1/4 mile. So I'm hoping the second rut has started, but this weather sucks all of a sudden. I thought it was supposed to be decent all day, but all of a sudden this little front come in. We actually had a coating of snow this morning. Then the sun come out and melted that off. So getting tiring. There's 1 more week from tomorrow left of rifle, and then we have 9 days of muzzleloader. So just keep sitting, see what I can see. Hopefully one buck comes by, but if a decent doe does, then I'm gonna put something in the freezer. Look, it's my little curled spike. Perfect shooting range. Why the hell can't you be a big 8-point? But no, it's the little curled spike. It's the story of my hunting season. Hell, you might be able to call him a 3-point. How you doing, buddy? Where the hell is your big brother or your father? Now here is something sad, and I have to debate what I want to do. There's the little spike, curled spike. That deer vine, that vine right there is limping. I'm not even sure you can call it a little 4-point. It's not exactly what I want to put my buck tag on. Come on, move a little more so I can see how bad you do look. It's kind of dragging a back leg, like he was shot in the ass or something. Hell, I think he's smaller than this one. I'm going to turn off the camera and make a decision.
All right, I am back to the shop. As you can see, the gator's sitting there. I got my gun over there in the shelf. My lunch bucket, my hunting vest. Got a little blood on me here and there because I gutted that deer. I shot it. And I've shot small bucks when I was younger, but I also have some dandies on my wall that we don't see very many of anymore. And yes, I'm smoking a cigar to kind of calm down and warm up a little here because boy, my hands were cold gutting that thing. But you're not going to see the big ones if you kill the little ones. But that aside, we're not even sure who really shot it because, and I won't use people's names. I like my neighbors and I want to keep it that way. The brother and sister come down and, you know, I gutted it out because it was getting dark. So rather than screw around in the dark like we did for the friend who's a boy's deer, I got it done. It was high center, like high gut, which was actually good because that way the guts weren't nasty when I gutted it. But they mentioned to me, and I heard the same thing sitting in that hut down there. I heard 4 shots, like at the north end of my woods. Now, at the north end of our woods is more farmland, a field that turns into the next neighbor's farm here. So there's basically our farm, their farm up there that goes in kind of a rectangle, we'll call it, from this road to the next road and over and whatnot. I don't know how many acres. I bet you there's 1,000 acres in that rectangle. But anyways, I heard 4 shots that sounded like it was down the other end of my woods. Well, I was the only one hunting today, and I decided to hunt in that one because it was windy and it was getting cold and it rained and snowed a little, and that one's warmer than the one on the hill. So I thought it was those guys going in on the neighbor's farm. Now, just so everyone knows, the neighbor down there doesn't hunt. Okay, the neighbor north. I'm waving my hand pointing, but you can't see it in the camera. The neighbor north doesn't hunt. They gave me and my cousins and whatnot permission to hunt, and the neighbor up the road. So rather than having a cluster, you know what, during gun season, they go hunt. You know, they mainly do drives and stuff. During muzzleload season, the last 4 days of muzzleloader season, there's 9 days. The last 4 days, we get together as a group, me and my cousins and a few buddies, and we do drives, and we hunt that also. Just makes life easier. You gun hunt, we'll muzzleload hunt. I don't hate deer drives. The problem with deer drives is you're taking, you know, a lot of running shots usually. I could have shot a nice sized doe this morning, but I opened the window. There was like 6 of them running across the field at a pretty good clip. 40-mile-an-hour wind gust hit me, and I'm like, no, I'm not taking that shot in the wind. But to each their own. It's kind of like I say with the whole vid bullshit and the, you know, arm dart and all that. You be you, I'll be me. So, but I would prefer letting the littler ones go. This wound up being a 6-point, nice little basket rack 6-point. I thought it was a 4. I couldn't see the brow tines because they were an inch and a half long or something. It was getting towards dark. I mean, it was hard to see. So, and I shot it at its farthest away point because I just kept debating, and I was texting the one neighbor who actually he shot a really nice 8 last year. Called me. They found blood. They were tracking it. It went up over, I'm pointing over here where you can't see me again. It went up over the hill up here, like where the double blind is, where Chelsea and the friend who's a boy were sitting the other day, and come down the hill. And he called me and said, you know, we got blood. Can we track it? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I don't want to, just like me and the brother and sister were just talking. We don't want the coyotes to get it. So they were tracking it. Almost the same damn spot. It come down the hill, and it was a decent 8. That was a nice 8. And I, same thing, boom, dropped that. Called him up, said, hey, just stop tracking, come and get it. You know where my blind is, come down to it. So this year was simple because I texted him and said, hey, tell them when they come to the same place where you came last year to get your deer, because I dropped it maybe 25 yards in a different spot away from that. But they put one of their tags on it. It was shot similar to where he thought he shot at it. But do we know it was that or these 4 shots? I forgot to finish that story. These 4 shots that we heard down here, they said wasn't them, and it wasn't me because I'm on the south end of this woods. So I don't know who the hell was down there shooting, but that's another problem. These people that just, you know, road hunt, or maybe this buck was a road hunt buck. That's what them 4 shots were. I don't know. That pisses me off too, but it is what it is. It's got a tag on it, so it'll be somebody's deer that'll, like I said, make some food in the freezer. I didn't want to put my tag on it, but if I had to, I would have, because, you know, it was the ethical thing to do. But just like putting it down was the ethical thing to do. I just reran the video. You could see it humping its, you know, ass end up as it was trying to walk. Well, you get shot in the gut area, that's kind of what's going to happen. So I've babbled on long enough, and I'll probably just make this a damn video, and then hopefully eventually you'll see a video of where I kill a deer for myself and gut a deer for myself to put in our freezer. So, but all right. And I always forget, if you go to the description of the video, the info, you'll see the Mad Moose link where you can get your Grumpy Farmer t-shirts or hats, stickers, whatever. You can also check out Mad Moose if you want and see if you want them to make you something. So now I'm done. I'm going to the house, take a shower.